Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is the first day of Christy's beautiful life and it is series 17. I have participated and completed every sketch in this series for the last, I think I did 15, 16, 7th, and 17th. So I know that this is my third one and I will complete all of them. The last one it started in October and I finished in January, but I'm getting a head start, so I'm pre-recording this one um, in the hopes that I can get ahead before I get behind. I am so excited about this layout. So this is the sketch and it's by the fantastic Sarah Christensen, and I will say on these sketches they are all unique to this specific hop. There are a lot of us that are playing along. It's probably one of the largest challenges I do. It is 3 times a year. It is in January. No, I'm sorry. It's October, March, and what's the other one? October and March, and I'm forgetting one more. It will come to me. Somebody's yelling at me as I can see it now. So anyway, this is a sketch that I've done, and I did a lot of prep work, and I am using the cute little bee punch that I got from Stampin' Up. I actually, as soon as I found out I was going to go into Stampin' Up, last year, about this time last year actually, we got the sad news that Close to My Heart was changing, not changing, actually closing, and so this was the first thing I purchased. I purchased it as a customer, and they've since brought it back and recolorized it. So if you want to hear all that information, you can wait till the end of the video. I'm going to show you what I did, and then if you want to stay behind, if you want to stay after school, and I will show you how I made these cute little bees. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So to start myself off, I went ahead and gutted my page. You can see, if you peek in, you gutted my page. And I also, I used this on the Cricut, and then I added a little bit of distressing ink. I believe I used mustard. And I tried to use, I just have the spots from Stampin' Up, so I needed a little bit bigger space, so I used the mustard ink, and it goes really nice with it. So I added that, and I made my own titles. So this is, honestly, it's so easy to make your own titles now. Now that they have, I just went on and I have so many pictures of, so my kids and their cousins were very close together, and they were just like one big glob of family, and so I have lots of pictures of the cousins together. And I also do calendars for my friend, and there's 5 cousins, and they often are photographed together. So I decided, I saw the bee, and so what's Buzzin' cousin? And it's hexagon, so that's how I came up with it. But honestly, it's really easy. You just literally type this in. You press the curve at the top. You have the option of pressing curve. And that's how I made this title. I even got a little white hair in there. And this is just the, oh, not the overlay. What's it called? It's kind of like an outline. It's a button that you can press as well. And you can actually make this, there are a lot of free fonts, so even if you don't have design space access like me, there are a lot of fonts that are free that you could use, and you can use these, the curve, and I thought the curve was just perfect. So what I did was I distressed inked a little bit, I threw some splatter on. I did get carried away with the splatter, but hey, it's supposed to look random. So I am going to follow her sketch pretty closely. So the hexagons that I'm using are, this one is about 4.5 by 5, and it is a close to my heart one. I ran it through the die cutting machine, but on Cricut Design Space file, there are hexagons in there, and you can resize them any size that you'd like. So this was a great size because you can see I wanted to know what it would look like. So I tried a 4x4, and that didn't look quite right. So the second hexagon in my series, it can fit a 3.5, and I think that looks really good on there. So you could have a 3.5 by 3.5 picture, and this is if you have this hexagon set from from Close to My Heart, this is the largest one, and this is the second one. Stampin' Up! Also sells a set of hexagons. You can get it at a bundle with the bees, but I'll talk about that at the end. So let's go ahead and put this thing together. So I have the two, just like her, she has the 2 pattern papers. So I have them kind of off to the side. I have the one that's going to have the picture of my little cousins all standing together. So cute. I'm going to put them here, and I didn't put them down that way I don't have to cover them up. So here's this one, and I'm going to put those two together like that, and I'm going to put that one like that, and then, oh, here's my picture to remind me that's where the picture goes, so I won't put anything else on there. And then this one is right here. And I had this little beehive, but before I put the beehive down, I'm going to stamp directly on my paper. I'm going to put it over here, but I'm going to try it out here because I don't want to do all this work, stamp on my paper, decide I don't like it. So I'm just going to see if I like it right here. So I have these 2 little flower stems. Where did they go? I have flower. So in this stamp set, it has this cute little flower. So I'm going to go ahead and one of the colors that I have that is a Stampin' Up! Color is a garden green, and I gotta get this thing open. All the inks that I have actually have come through my paper pumpkin subscription kit. And also, I've been really fortunate. I've bought some really cute kits from the Last Chance sales, and a lot of those kits have inks in them. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. So I have these little inks, and this is Garden Green. And since it actually, I believe it was Limeade Twist is the color that best matches it. So in Close to My Heart, they had all the colors that went with it were on a zip strip, but with Stampin' Up, they have it on the back right here. So the colors that best go with this are Basic Black, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Sweet Sorbet. I always feel like I'm ready to auction things off when I start reading off some of their colors. They're fun names, like, yeah. Okay, Garden Green. Okay, so I am going to just go ahead and stamp this off. And I need to label these. And I don't know if I'm going to like it. I'm going to stamp it one time to see what I think. And I might want to have it, since it's, I actually am going to do second generation on this, because the Garden Green is more of a, these are bright and vibrant colors, and the Garden Green's more of a, neutral's not the right word. I'm not great with color. But I'm going to go ahead and put that right here and see if I like it. And then I'm going to put a cute little flower, maybe right up here. And it could be, what color shall I use? Let's do, I have real red on here, but of course, I feel bad, but okay. Let's find ones that are already open so you don't have to sit and watch me. True story this. I'm actually going to see a doctor. I've had such problems with my hands. I'm actually going to go see someone. I have a funny story. I I have a glue injury, so oops, my hands started hurting. I thought, why do they hurt so bad? And come to find out, it was squeezing the glue. And then I'd watched videos of people with different, next time, I apologize. Next time I'm going to have all these inks open, so you don't have to watch me painfully open, and you'll think, that's why she's, okay. Alright, let's do, now that I've got this silly thing open, I'm going to see if I like that flower on there. And this flower can go right here. He's kind of cute. So I think I'm going to put like 3 or 4 flowers right along here because I do have an empty space there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, okay. So I'm going to start off with my garden green, and I am going to remember, I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to remember to do each one second generation, and I'm going to put them right along here. I am bravely going where everyone should go, stamping on your pages. You can do it. It's not scary. It's scary good. And we like 3. The eye likes 3 things of something. And so I think I'll put 2 red flowers and 1 yellow flower. This is a bigger block. I just am hoping that my hands don't get, okay, there we go. And now we're going to get 2 flowers. There's 2 different types of flowers. One's this one. I think that's going to be my little yellow flower, because I've got the red flower over here. Okay, so this is going to be my cute little yellow flower, and he's going to be in the middle because he's the odd flower out. It's going to go right there. There he is. And then I'm going to do 2 little red ones. And if I can find a little dot to put in the middle eventually, that might not show up until final pictures on my Facebook group. So I'm going to put, oops, don't put your hand in the green. Okay, and this one, yes, is this the one I had open? Oh goodness, I've lost. Now you get to watch me see how I can't get my inks open? It is a struggle. The struggle is real. I do like these smaller ones, so when you're going to crop some things, you don't have to. I used to take these containers, and I had like, inks are heavy, like especially the close to my heart ones, because they were metal case. So just taking a few little spots, I think is what they call these, is a great idea. And you know, I should have that. I just used red, so I should have the red open. But isn't it fun to watch me? So I've spent 13 minutes opening containers. I don't mean for these to be that long. I try to get them in and out, but that is so funny that I can't find that. I'll find it as soon as I don't want it anymore. That is some kind of... Okay. Success. Okay. And this one is going to be first generation because I want my flowers to stand out. And there's my little flower. Oops! This is the beauty. See, I messed that up. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it again. I'm going to line it up perfectly because it is a 3. That is the beauty of a clear stamp. And actually, I do have 3 sets of cling stamps, but I do try to do the clear stamps. Okay. Alright, so now I have my flowers. I'm going to go ahead and glue these things down. And that is going to be super quick, so that's going to be the quick part. It's just the little teeny tiny things, and I'm going to pop things up, and I'm going to actually stamp some things under it. That is, we'll get to that. So let's go ahead and find some, I'm going to have that go right. I think that's more that way. Okay. So I'm kind of getting it smack dab in the middle. It actually, its little part, the pointy part of the hexagon is right at about 7. So if you go directly across the 7, it's right at 7. I just like my eye to be able to be there. Then I kind of square things up. And these fit so nicely. If you wanted to, you could totally ink the back. And I thought about doing that, but at some point you just need to walk away. And this is going to be my picture, so I'm just going to lightly put that there. And this is Daffodil Delight is the color of this one. It's great fun. Oops. I'm going to actually do that one this way, because I've got a little bit of a, sometimes when you run them through the machine, they will get, they'll catch a little. And see, I'm standing my little bees up. See, he's holding out his heart. Alright, so then I have this beehive. I liked this beehive that I cut out. However, when I went to do some of the Cricut cuts, they are a booger. When you go to put them all together, it's not fun. So this is probably not a design that I would use. I had to, and then I was going to do it. The flower is actually cute on there, and I tried to do the print and cut, but my Cricut machine is angry, and in fact, my Cricut machine is so angry, it's not talking to anyone, which sounds kind of funny, but it's like, yeah, you know when you get mad, you won't talk to anyone? That's my Cricut machine right now. Okay, so What's Buzzin' Cousin is going to go right up there, and you can see that's where she has her title. She doesn't have her title curved, but hey, there was a button that said I could, and I like how this kind of goes up there, and I'm going to pop that ever so slightly. And so I looked up, because I'm always afraid, now that I'm old, I'm always afraid that I'm going to put something on my page that has a meaning that I don't necessarily want to share. So I looked up, because I was thinking, What's Buzzin' Cousin means, what's up, cousin? And so I looked it up, and that is true. That is what that statement means. It does mean what's happening, cousin. But it was also a 1934 movie. I don't know if it was a comedy. I haven't actually watched it. I just thought it was the perfect title for this particular layout. Okay. So there is the basic. Now I'm going to add the foofy. So because this was all weird, I'm going to just put it, I'm going to add some flowers that I happen to have hanging around. So I'm going to put that there, put that there. It's not my favorite, but I could not get my Cricut Design Space to do what I wanted. And I'm going to put that in the middle because it's a hexagon, and we're talking about hexagons here. So I just threw that in for good measure. Sometimes as you go along you think, oh, that'll be so much fun. And there's all kinds of extra, oops. You know, I think I'm going to, okay. It wants a pop dot, it can have a pop dot. It's crying for a pop dot, so I'm going to let it be there. So, these flowers aren't an exact match, but since I can't get my Cricut to work today, because it's angry, I'm thinking that this is God's way of telling me I need to go and get a new machine. So, the machine that I have now is a Air 2, and I got it smack dab. So in the middle of COVID, my Cricut died. So I think this one has is giving me signs that it wants to be replaced, and so I am going to allow it to be replaced. Okay, so I'm going to have another picture here, so that will be there. Okay, and so now we're going to put our little bees. So I'm going to put the bees down, and then if you would like to watch further, I will show you how I made the bees with that punch. if you just don't want to, that's fine too. So one of the ways that you can have the bees is you can have him standing out like that. And doesn't he just look like, I don't know, he just looks like he's standing there. So I'm going to go ahead and pop him up, but he does not have his antenna. So one of the ways that you can have his antenna is you can stamp it and then fussy cut it. If you look on here, if you look right here, you can see I fussy cutted that little teeny tiny antenna. But you know, I do not, I kind of like, to be quite honest, I really like fussy cutting. So that didn't hurt my feelings at all. So I added his antenna. I also cut out his wings in vellum and I stamped them. I was concerned sometimes vellum it's hard because when you go to glue it down you can see the tape runner. It's because it's transparent, but I used Intense Black and I think it turned out super cute. So this guy, he's kind of like, woo, look at me. I'm going to have his antennas, so I'm going to put him right there. I was thinking about putting him, maybe he wants to go up here. I kind of like him there, but I need a place where his antenna will show. I'm going to stamp the antenna, oh, or he could be right here. He could be above the flowers. I kind of like that too. What do you think? I think I'm going to put him there. Let's just kind of, so I can't change my mind when I put him down because I'm going to stamp the antennas directly onto my page. So I'll show you what the antennas look like. So one way is you can stamp them in fussy cut like I did, or you can see how teeny tiny the stamp is, and it comes with the set. There's a set that comes with it, and I will link the number. I will put the number down that I used. I'm looking for my black ink, it is still available. I looked. I always look right before I come on to make sure. And sometimes when because I do a lot of videos on what I get on Last Chance. But so I'm going to put him right. I'm going to put his antenna down first, and then I'm going to pop dot him up. Isn't he so cute? And he's just buzzing over those flowers. He's just a happy little bee. These bees are so cute. So you can see that this is only one punch. So I've got a bee going this way. I have a bee standing in the middle saying, "Look at me, I'm busy." Okay, and then let's see. So I'm going to have my third, and I did add googly eyes. They had a mouth that you could stamp on there. And then I've got my visual triangle. I'm going to put that one there. I am almost out of glue dots. I have like rocked and rolled on this. Okay, so this is my layout. Oh, one other thing. I want this one to, so this one's going to go this way, and it has one of those little, what do you call them? Like a, I'll show you. It's also a fun thing. Oops, we don't want his wings to cover up. See how it's like the bee's path. So I'm gonna stamp it so you can see what I'm talking about, and then I'm going to stamp that directly on the page. I'm feeling very brave today, stamping on the page, and hopefully that won't end in tears. I won't say naughty words because I'm just not in the habit. But okay, so this is the bee's path. And I am going to put that right here. I don't want it to go on my red because that would look kind of goofy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this right here. And I'm going to ink that up again. And that will be the bee's trail because, you know, the bee's been busy. Okay. So I love this stamp set and I love bees. So I have other bees in my bee collection. I actually have a section, one of the things that I organize for my subjects. Bees is one of them, so I must really like bees. See? Isn't that so cute? Okay, and I think the Google Eyes just added everything to it. So that is my layout. So if you would like, and I can put a picture here. I can put another picture here if I want to. And also on a second page, an idea that I had was there's 5 cousins, and I will put this one in the middle, and I did see it on Cricut, and so there's just a little flower all the way around made out of those, and you can put each cousin in there. So anyway, so that is my layout for 30 Days of Sketches, and now I will show you the bee punch if you'd like to hang out, and if not, that's okay too. So to make the bees, there's basically 2 bees that you can make. You can make him going this way, or you can make him standing up like my bee that was so cute. So we'll make one of each one, and I'll show you the stamps that I did from each one. So I just went ahead and I am making the bee's body. I will also show you if you wanted, if you wanted the bee to go the other way, so this is one that the bee went the other way, so I just stamped the yellow and then I drew my own lines on, and I could add wings to him, and I just put a smiley face on him. So they actually have faces that you can choose from, so there's 2 faces, and I'm going to stamp one of each. Well, let's go ahead and start with the body. So I have stamped my bee's body, and then you have a stamp that you are going to stamp in yellow daffodil, sorry, it's Daffodil Delight. Where is my Daffodil Delight? I put, wait, I've got open inks. So let's do it. I think this is ooh, that's what happens when you have open sesames. So that's funny. So now, oh, here it is. Here's the yellow. So I've got my lovely white hair here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp the yellow. And there's 2 different sets, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. So I'm going to put, and actually I stamped it on like a colored sheet because it's kind of hard to see white on white. So I'm just going to go ahead, and if you can't find it that way, another way to do it is just place it on top, and then you can flip it over, because it's really hard when you're, okay, so there's my bee's body. I didn't do such a great job of that, so I'm going to stamp it on the other side, because this is what I always say. Paper is like God. You always get a second chance. So if things don't go the way you want them to do, just try again. So here we go. There. So that is my stamped body. And then I have the black, and it's his little stinger. Isn't this cute? This stamp is so cute. So now I'm going to have his little stamped body. And I'm going to line that up. Now that it's yellow, it's a little bit easier for me to stamp on. And there's his little stamped body. So now I'm going to put his face on. And I have a choice. I have kind of a, this, doesn't this bee look mad? So we have the mad face, and we have the, I just put a smile on that one because I thought that the other 2 looked too much alike. And then we have the winky face. So this one I'm going to make a winky face. So here we go. We're doing the winky face bee. There we are. There's the winky face bee. So then you can stamp his antenna on white and then fussy cut it out, and I'll show you how small this is. But it's not really, it was not as horrible as you might think it is. So I went ahead and I stamped that there. And I am, believe it or not, see how little that is? I'm going to fussy cut that thing out. And then I'm just going to glue it on his head, because my bee, my winky bee is going to, so I just, when you're cutting small like this, you want a good pair of scissors that are small, and then I am moving the paper. I am not moving my, well, I am moving my scissors, but I move the paper and with the scissors it's kind of like a, yeah, and I leave a little bit of white space, and I don't get too terribly upset if it's not perfect. There we go. So I'm going to put his little antenna on the top of his head, and there's my bee's antenna. Or you could stamp it directly on the page like I did. So next we have his antennas. So his antenna is vellum, and we're going to put it right like that. You could leave it and it just be totally vellum, but they do have a little stamp that goes for the vellum, and this is one of 2 sets of stamps. They do have with the new stamp ones that came out. So this was the original stamp set, and what I'll do is in a note below I will put which ones I used for this one. The other one's super cute, but I already had it, so I just could not, as much as I love bees, I could not buy another set of bees. Okay, I'm going to stand up because this is going to get, once again, I'm going to do the upside down thing because that's white paper, that's vellum. And there. There are my wings. And the fact that they're off, and the intense black works. I mean, there we go. There's our bee. So if you're having your other bee, the bee that's standing in the middle, let's do one of those. We're going to do a bee that's standing in the middle, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just show you the bee that's standing in the middle because I didn't bring my stuff over here. And we are already at 30 minutes. So this one, the same process where I stamped the bee, I stamped the yellow, then I stamped the stripe. I had 2 instead of 1, and then that's how you made your bees. So anyway, that's what's buzzing with me, and I hope you're going to like and subscribe this channel during this challenge, and I hope you will look at some of these sketches. They are so fun, and everyone has their own take, and it will be great fun if you want to play along. So I made a big mess here. So anyway, well, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you tomorrow. I'm trying really hard to have these out by the next day at 12:01, but we'll see how that goes. This is actually, I'm filming this originally on my nephew's birthday, which is the 25th. So for the first few days, I will have videos, and then life seems to catch up with me. But anyway, I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.